You know, it was a steady incline until the boomers come around. Credit cards, free money, free love, single mothers, destroyed neighborhoods. You know, economies shit, and they keep bailing themselves out over and over and over. Every time there's a crash, we bail them out. Every time there needs to be a market correction, there's not one because those people are still holding the reins today. So once the boomers finally give up the ghost and the millennials and uh, Gen X, the early part of Gen X, they to me, I kind of lump them in there. I don't really trust the early part of Gen X. The later part, middle part Gen X, right? But those older Gen X, y'all was raised by the worst generation of all time, so you don't really know how to think any other way besides what you were programmed to think, right? Um, yeah.
Hey
What
there.
what generation between the greatest generation, silent generation, and the baby boomers were in charge of the economy to move all of the manufacturing to China and Mexico?
It was mostly the baby boomers who were in positions of power during the shift of manufacturing to China and Mexico. This transition started in the late 20th century when boomers were leading businesses and governments.
Wow. Wow. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Would you
Mhm.
look at that? That is crazy. So the baby boomers were in charge of the government at that time. They were in charge of the economy. They were in charge of the businesses, and they sat their greedy asses, saw the world that the greatest generation died to build. They got abundance of stuff because they didn't have to build that house. Granddaddy built that house with his own hands. He built it for the ground up. He laid the foundation for that house. They didn't want that house. They wanted the idiot box showed them the houses in Miami, the houses in LA, the houses in the condos in New York, and they was like, man, that's what I deserve. The glitz and glamour. I can go out here and do cocaine and party. But that's another thing that that generation really loved to do. They love to get high. They love to create kids that they wasn't gonna take care of. They love to ruin economies, ruin everything that their parents built. They wanted to destroy it. Why? Spoiled. The greatest generation were like,